This Ards Paedophile from County Down, Paul McMillan, has been sentenced to 15 months in prison for sexually assaulting his partner's nephew. He will be imprisoned with the many other Irish paedophiles. Yet another Irish paedophile, predatory offender Paul McMillan, has been mandated to undergo an additional 15 months of supervised release terms upon his liberation at the age of 38. Following Paul McMillan's sentencing at Belfast Crown Court on Monday, his adolescent victim has courageously relinquished his right to anonymity, enabling the identification of the culprit. In sentencing Paul McMillan, Judge Gordon Kerr KC stated that the relationship between them, resembling that of an uncle and nephew and characterised by a closeness comparable to friendship, was a significant breach of the trust vested in the defendant. The judge stated that, in addition to the nature of the offence, this was the most significant aggravating factor. Earlier this year, following the trial's completion and the victim's compelled cross-examination, Paul McMillan, residing on Shackletoe Walk in Ards, was convicted of sexually assaulting his victim on the 25th of June, 2023. He was on trial for trying anal rape of the youngster, but the jury chose to convict him of sexual assault. During the trial, the jury learnt that the victim was merely 16 years old when, on the evening of the 24th of June, 2023, he was at Paul McMillan's residence viewing films. The adolescent had known Paul McMillan his entire life and was scheduled to spend the night, a customary occurrence. While resting on his side and beginning to drift into slumber, he perceived the bed trembling and the blankets shifting. He informed the jury, via a video interview with the police, that although he initially perceived Paul McMillan as scratching himself, he now contends that McMillan was attempting to achieve an erection. Shortly thereafter, the jury was informed that the kid experienced the sensation of his boxer shorts being lowered and felt the tip of McMillan's genitalia in contact with his anal region. The jury was informed that he promptly exited the bed and confronted the defendant regarding his actions. After seizing his clothing and phone, the victim attempted to exit by the front door. However, Paul McMillan secured it and retained the key, urging him to return to bed and inquiring about his distress. The adolescent contacted his aunt, Paul McMillan's associate, who instructed him to exit through the back door. En route, the kid texted his mother to request assistance. Both she and her companion departed promptly and sought Paul McMillan. However, the paedophile had vacated his residence and concealed himself in a nearby park. At approximately 6 a.m., the court was informed that Paul McMillan contacted the police to request assistance, resulting in his immediate arrest.